What's good, people? Welcome back to the video. Today we've got a special one, man. We've got an exciting one. Finally checking out, well, not finally, really. We checked out Ghostface Killers the other day, and the overwhelming response was that I need to check out this full project. I've been meaning to do it for a minute anyway. Now I've got an excuse. 10 tracks of 21 Offset Metro. Ridiculously excited. You know, I presume they're going to be firing on all cylinders, considering how good Ghostface Killers was. Of course, considering 21 and Offset's just entire discography and Metro's production credits are ridiculous. The man never misses, man. The man never misses. So I'm just ridiculously hyped for this. Yeah, man, hope you guys enjoy. Before we jump into it, guys, if you're new around here, please drop a sub. We're on the road to 10k. I'm trying to hit that as soon as possible. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, description below, and of course drop a like and a comment on the video as well. I really appreciate it. But without further ado, just get into this, man. Get into this. I'm impatient as fuck. I'm too impatient. Without warning, track 1 is Ghostface Killers, funnily enough. So I'm going to check it out. I'm going to cut it down quite short. If you want to check out the single track reaction, I'll put it in the description below. But yeah, I'm just going to jam out to this one. I've been non-stop playing this track ever since we reacted to it the other day. Non-stop.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga. Automatics in the trunk. Shoot the maggots with the pump. Wu-Tang, 21 news gang.
If this project is going to take this same sort of ride, same lane, I won't survive this 10 tracks, for real.
Put on the paddock, pop it, said it, I'm at it.
Yeah, Kim Jong, yeah, big bomb. Wonder bread, man, make your bitch big crumb. Yeah, out of my pocket, flooded, got my wrist numb. Ain't grab the hit stick, nigga tryna blitz some.
Travis killed this as well, man, for real. This. Watch your fingers, cause the cactus dangerous. Okay, guys, that was Ghostface Killers. Like I said, I've already checked it out. If you want to see the single track reaction, my first reaction to that track, I'll put it in the description below. What a great track, man. Didn't even realise it was the first track off this project either. Just what a way to just come into this project. You know, just letting everybody know you're laying the law down that this is what we're doing today. And I fuck with it, man. I fuck with it. Right, track 2, Rap Save Me, featuring Quavo. Love that title. And haven't heard anything from Quavo in a minute. It's sort of expected, considering the whole Migos affiliation with Offset, of course. See what they bring to the table, man. Let's check it out.
Louis Vuitton got a lot of racks. My carry-on.
I'm hoping we're going to stick to this just really dark undertones production-wise, because Metro's just in his bag with this shit. Especially with the guys he has at his disposal, 21 and Offset. They just bring this grittiness, man. There it is.
And I'm dangerous. Smith and Wesson. And it's stainless. Brand new rod. I'm finna paint it. Ain't no changing. From the gutter.
Love the classic ad-libs, man.
Have my baby.
Where's the money? Where's the
Ooh.
There go the acres. Ooh, they bite in my drill like a saber. Yeah.
What is that? That noise in the production.
I don't know sacred. His or her paddocks. Out of here, gone, zoom. Who gets on the watch, make him walk out the room. Get the fight, but you shoot at the moon. I get the fight and I aim at your loon. Streets people, we not talking about the broom.
Man, I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. What is that instrument, or what is that sound in the back? Hope you guys know which one I meant. I love how Offset's come in on here, man. I'm so just looking forward to checking this whole thing out, because I think by the sounds of it, I know we're only 2 tracks in, so I can't really pinpoint exactly, but it sounds like we're going down this slightly darker road, which is exactly what I expect from this group of guys, especially 21. You know, just the way his cadence and just the way he sounds on any track automatically brings this darker edge to it. I just think the combo of 21 and Metro is so good, because their styles just combine so well with what they're both trying to deliver, and then throwing Offset into the mix as well, I just think is brilliant, man. And this just sounded so hard. I know I'm gonna love with this project, man. Okay. Bringing a completely different flavour. Woo!
We don't talk, young nigga be stacking up that sign language. If you get out of line, disrespect your boss, you do just fine, man. Iron the boys, straighten up when on iron the boys. Connect the streets, nigga keep looking, can't find no cord.
Okay. Quavo is holding his own.
And I'm dangerous.
Man, I wish it was longer, for real. Okay, that was track 2, Rap Save Me, featuring Quavo. Love that, man. Absolutely loved it. That was such a good track, man. Such a good track production-wise. Like I said, I love the dark undertones. I'm going to be saying that throughout this whole entire project. I can just feel it. All their deliveries on this as well. I'm just so excited, man. I know I'm repeating myself there. I'm just excited, bro. Excited. Quavo's inclusion in that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I loved how he introduced himself by just doing that little melody. I fucked with that, man. Just felt like, yeah, Quavo's coming. And if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I'm not the biggest Quavo fan in the world, you know. I'm starting to want him a bit more after reacting to some stuff you guys have recommended. But I sort of went off Migos in general for a bit. I've discussed in other videos. I just felt like their stuff was getting really repetitive and I was just hearing it. It's a lot of the same shit. But, you know, you guys have given me faith with some of the requests. And I've really been enjoying him again because I sort of fell out of love with Migos in general. And it's gas to hear Offset on here, of course. And to hear Quavo too, man. And for him to hold his own, I fuck with it, man. That was a really good verse from him. Obviously, lyrically, so far, not really much to pick up on, to be honest. But I'm not here for lyrics, bro. I'm here for the overall vibe, the overall aura that they're bringing to the track that goes with Metro's production. It's just what you want, man. Nothing more than that. Right, track 3, Ric Flair Drip. I've already heard this. You guys told me to check this out after we did Ghostface Killers. This is the one track I've heard off this project. I didn't even know it was off this project, to be honest with you. This is one track I've heard off here. We're still going to check it out, of course. To be honest, I haven't heard it in a minute, if I'm being completely honest. So, looking forward to just jam out to it, man. Similar thing as the first track's going to cut it quite short because I've already heard it, man. You'll just be hearing me hearing it again. This is ridiculous, man. Seriously. I haven't heard this in a minute and I forget how fucking crazy this beat is.
Going to the jeweler, bust the AP, yeah. Sliding on the water like a jet ski, yeah. I'm tryna fuck you on your bestie, yeah. Chopper with this girl, so do not test me, yeah. Poppin', but you really not gon' shoot. 90 pointers, time my diamond look like hula hoops.
Man.
Mopping, take her in the seats of my suits.
Just everything about this. It's the way he's riding it, man. His delivery, his flow over this beat. The way he switches up the flow, Offset is the king of that shit, man. Not the most lyrically gifted, like I mentioned, but his flow, the way he sounds on shit. Okay, guys, that was Ric Flair Drip. Madness. Absolutely love that track, to be honest with you. I forgot how much I enjoyed that track. Offset just absolutely killed it, man. He was firing on, I've said firing on all cylinders like 3 times this video, I apologise. That came back into my vocabulary recently and now I can't get it out. Yeah, man, just brilliant. Metro, the beat is just unreal, man. That melody that goes just throughout is just ridiculous. Man, just the pace of it is so very slow and so like, I don't know, it just packs such a punch, but it's almost like it's not too complex, which I love about it. It's quite simple to an extent in the way Offset just sort of takes that track and just absolutely destroys it, man. His flow and just the way he delivers on that is unreal. You can tell why that one popped off. I remember that being everywhere when it came out, man. Right, track 4, My Chopper Hate. Not gonna finish the title of that track. Let's check it out, man.
Show you how to fit 100 bags in a duffel. When it bought a demon,
dude, this face just isn't leaving, man.
Beat you bad as fuck, I might just hit you with no rubber. Nigga, I ain't making no diss songs, we be white chalky.
Hey.
All my niggas dogs and we like to bite, don't it? Glock 34-5 with the mic on it. If
I'm loving how hard hitting this beat is, man.
Niggas pussy, they can't wait to turn the mics on you.
It's quite raw, and that sample, like, not even a sample, I don't know what it is, strings maybe?
Banging ass niggas. Crip, blood, blue or red, what you bang, nigga. You might got a pistol, but the stick is way bigger.
Dude.
I call it KKK, cause my chopper hate, nigga. Hang around a lot of gang banging.
Call it KKK cause my chopper hate. Again, I'm not finishing it. That's a hell of a line.
You might got a pistol, but the stick is way bigger. I call it KKK, cause my chopper hate, nigga.
Man, just the way he's on these tracks, man.
Nigga, not me. Do a lot of walking, nigga, that's
it's like he's
finna open up a
his beats are like molded for him.
Chopper with the sword, Game of Thrones 223. Max side, T-Tay down the road, finna max side. Late night, pulling in apartments out of scrap side.
Dude. Like I said, Metro, he's like, his production, it's just like I said earlier, I keep saying like I said, the collaboration between him and 21 is so suited, man. Especially shit like this, it's made for 21. The way it sounds, the tone, I think like 21's voice is so distinct and it's so dark, and like I said, it brings such an edge to any track. You know, straight away it can just bring just his voice, man. Doesn't even necessarily need to be the lyrics add to it, of course, but it's just how effortlessly he does it and so relaxed. And just brings this, yeah, just like it's weird, man. It just makes everything really dark, and then this beat is complementing that so well. I'm loving how sort of hard-hitting and raw this beat is as well, and I'm loving the use of instrumentation, sounds and shit. It's fucking dope, man. Metro deserves a medal, bro. So far, everything's been just fucking 10 out of 10.
Crip, blood, blue or red, what you bang, nigga? You might got a pistol, but it's sticky blade, nigga. I call it KKK.
It's like, it's weird the way he speaks. You sometimes can't tell when the beat's gonna drop. Sometimes at the end of a sentence you can feel it, like an artist knows when the beat's about to drop. 21 leaves it to the last minute.
It's a nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
A nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street feel like Jason on Friday the 13th. So he's talking about some Halloween shit. That's the vibe I'm getting, to be honest. Now that I think about it, it's so dark, this whole project. It does feel like quite spooky in a sense, and Halloween, that makes sense, talking about horror films, horror movies. Yeah, man, I really enjoyed that, bro. That was probably the darkest of the tracks so far. Just love the attitude that 21 had on that, the way he was maneuvering around that beat. Like I said, that beat was molded for 21, man. Absolutely killed it. That KKK line as well. Right, track 5, Nightmare. It's interesting how I just said about Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare makes sense. Yeah, man. I haven't really paid much attention to the titles, but I suppose it might be saying something. But let's jump into it, man. And some thriller shit now as well, man. What is that?
Bags on demand. On demand. Bags on demand. I need the cash on pronto, nigga. A lottery ticket. I get the bags at the bundle. Full of the white like it's Iggy. 5 million cash on wide low, and we about to get it. We from the north, I'm just saying though. No name on my hitter. Freddy Krueger, give him a nightmare. Soon as you close your eyes, nigga, we right there.
Ooh.
Come in the middle of the night.
Freddy Krueger give you a nightmare. Close your eyes and we're right there. Man, I'm wondering what this whole... I don't know, it's only been this track and the last track, but they're going a lot of like scary shit, and that's the whole vibe I'm getting this whole thing, and I love that they've approached it that way. At the beginning I was saying how I felt it was going to be dark. Now it seems like they really are trying to hone in on this whole sort of dark, evil presence in a sense, and that's the aura they're bringing, that's the atmosphere they're creating, this really, really dark, that is dark image, if you will, discussing so many different horror films, you know. Fucking with it, man, fucking with it. I'm loving the production choice on here as well from Metro, trying something a bit different to the previous ones. So it's that really light instrument, not sure what it was exactly, that was sort of completely different to some of the other shit we've heard, but then coming in with these other elements to sort of surround that and make it dark. It's just a cool contrast, man. I'm fucking with it. That's what I mean, man. Flows, bro.
You don't want to be him, cause soon as they see him, they shoot off his limb. I know I might sound animated. 100 rats have a nigga waiting. You got a Rolex, they outdated. I got your whole outside, be patient. Back at the Maybach, this is Revolver, this is the latest Mercedes. Soon as you close your eyes, nigga, we right there.
Okay, that was track 5, Nightmares. I enjoyed that one, man. That sort of almost let me know, like, sort of made me believe in my thoughts at the beginning, to be honest with you. Just that was such a dark track. I love that Nightmare chorus. You close your eyes and we're right there. Then you open your eyes, you realise it's not a nightmare. We're right there, we're right in front of you. I fuck with that, man. The whole Freddy Krueger shit, just playing on that sort of, I don't know, that spooky stuff, man, that spooky stuff. And I'm loving the narrative that this is like slowly creating through production, through lyrics, through everything, man. Right, next track, Mad Stalkers. Let's check it out.
I'm from out the gutter, middle fingers on 6. Turn 16, then I got my first stick. Man, 90, fuck the other side, catch a body, send it, hit. 20, you call that shit a spended clip, we call that bitch a dick. 20, bitch, I'm mad ballin', all my diamonds mad flawless. We got mad choppers, all my niggas mad cautious.
Offset. Mad Max with me, I'm big. We don't do the Draco, we got seeds. Bustin' all on your bitch face. Make the bitch play with my kids. Stick a strip, shot him in the real. Baby bottles ain't no bibs. 20 models all gon' kneel. 20 models breathing with this water like gills. I done got a low boat on a low note, and I got a 80 pointer that'll choke those. Sippin' on hot tip for locos. Rich bird, fur, curtain, way to go, ho. Don't pass out, pop a addict. Won't smoke niggas in the attic.
Man, I've run out of words for this track. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, it's really hard with shit like this because I feel like I want to do all this shit as honest as possible, and I'm being dead serious. I'm not gassing up any of these tracks more than I believe. Like, I genuinely just think this album so far has been nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. Like, Metro's production, it's just wrong. It's wrong on every single level, man. it's what I've never really sat there and listened to a full Metro project, at least from my knowledge. I can't think of one. So to sit down and sort of just hear beat after beat from Metro, it's mind-boggling, man, how this man can just produce so much solid shit. There's no whackness in this at all, man. And it doesn't help that Offset and 21 are just in their bags on this, man. They're killing everything. There hasn't been anything weak from them, in my opinion. Like I said previously, lyrically, I'm not listening for that. You know, you catch your bar in there, which is dope. It's mainly just the atmosphere they're creating, the image they're painting. It's just ridiculous, man. And just this beat, again, it's so different. There's like that sound wavering in and out. That sounds almost quite like space-like. I can't really describe it exactly. And again, the way the beat's like taking pauses and like waving in. I mean, like it's almost like scratching in, sorry. And how it's just like taking breaks. It's quite a spaced out beat. I could talk all day, man. I love how slow it is, man.
All my diamonds, mad
21 just...
We got mad choppers. All my niggas, mad cautious. Bitch, I'm mad ballin'. All my diamonds, mad flawless. We got mad choppers. All my niggas, mad cautious. Bitch, I got mad dick. Turn these hoes into mad stalkers. I got mad dick. Turn these hoes into mad stalkers.
Okay, that was Mad Stalkers, track 6. I love that one, man. I've loved every single fucking track on there, bro. I knew I was going to come in expecting this, and I hate to sit here and go on about how I love every single track, because that's so fucking easy to not talk shit about something, but I can't really say much, man. Like, as in, there's certain stuff, if you wanted to pick up on certain stuff, great, but I know what I came to this project for, and that's what I'm receiving, if you know what I mean. Like, if I was coming in here for some lyrical miracle madness, I'd be relatively disappointed, but that's not why I'm here. You know, there's the odd bar. I expect some decent little bars that sort of work with the beat, etc. And I've received that. And then overall, just some great production. And just sliding over these beats, man. Just everything about this so far is exactly what I wanted, and it's exactly what I've got. So for that, I'm enjoying it, man. That beat just then, how slow it was. Just like I said again, it's another track that just 21 can just kill. But then Offset coming in with these slightly faster flows throughout. The contrast between the two is so effective, and I think why so far this project's been great is because stylistically they are very different. 21 does have this really dark undertone, you know, speaks on quite dark subjects, and so does Offset to an extent, but not to the extent of 21. Offset brings a different sort of energy, and it's like one laid back dude and then one dude that just is straight flowing, man, and speaking some gas, and I just fuck with it, man. Right, track 7, Disrespectful.
I'm a gang banging, chain swinging, chopper tone, zone 6, nigga. Pyrex whipper, Louis V slipper, Saint Laurent pistol, Gucci on my tipper, nut right on her nipple. Hit the booty club, nigga, and we flooded out. Take a project, bitch, and get her flooded out.
I'm loving these different use of sounds he's using. He used some of it in the last track as well.
Ice on, nigga, nice lights out. Nigga bad back, I'm finna put a pipe out. Got that 40 with the dick, nigga, right now. Ass was flat in middle school, but it's right now.
I got the skeleton, 41, that's a big size difference. Rich a million, yeah, 101, that was a wise investment. We always going private, always getting the profit. Look at this glass, I'm cocky. Look at this, total go down, get sloppy. Big on big, don't size me. Big on birds, they sting like the islands.
Okay, that was track 7, Disrespectful. I enjoyed that one, man. That's probably my least favourite so far. I don't know whether I just completely jinxed it after my fucking spiel about this album beforehand. It's still a good track. I really enjoyed the production. Just didn't quite have that wow factor for me that some of the other tracks did, but that's bound to happen, like I always mention in all of these album reactions, man. It's my opinion. I'm sure there's loads of heads that love that track. And do your thing, man. Just for me personally, it just didn't hit as much as the other ones, but still a solid track. I wouldn't say it was a skip. I might just need to listen to it again. Next track, track 8, Run Up the Racks. Let's check it out. Okay, Southside.
Count 100, yeah, nigga. Diamonds froze, chill, nigga.
Ooh.
I went platinum independent, then I signed my deal, nigga. Young nigga,
Went platinum independent.
All I do is kill, nigga. And I'm drinking on that mud like a oil spill, nigga.
Ooh.
Gucci jacket, oh yeah. Saint Laurent, oh yeah. Bust down, cost 100, nigga. That's a trophy. Ballin' like I'm cold.
Okay, we brought it straight back up, man.
When it's time to blow smoke,
is that a hat of some sort? I love that.
Pulled up in paradise, they got them
setting the tone weirdly. The speed.
Mask off like a mad dog. Turned into a murder, tried to rob him for a bad dog. Tryna duck the feds, paint the city red, Glocks in the mattress, choppers in the shed.
Ooh.
Broad day smoke, late night smoke, all day smoke.
Dude.
Bitch, we want
vibing to this, man. Love this beat, man. So hard.
Free my niggas in a chain gang. Gang, 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 gang. Run the rest, I'm doing it.
Something about a pause in the track is so effective, man. Okay, Run Up the Racks, track 8. That was brilliant, man. That was brilliant. I loved how I brought it back up to a level. I discussed the last track not having that it factor, and then we just came in with that. Beat was ridiculous. I love those hats, so like setting the speed and the tone throughout the track. I think Salsa, I'd love to know sort of the extent of Salsa's inclusion on that, because it definitely had a different sort of style to it, a different sort of element that I really enjoyed. I thought 21 killed that too, man. That was one of the best performances from him on here so far, in my opinion. There was just something about it I really enjoyed. I think lyrically as well, some of the shit he was saying and covering throughout it. I want to like go drive to that beat immediately, man. Immediately, I just want to cruise to that shit. Right, track 9, second to last track, Still Serving. Let's check it out, man.
Nigga, and it's real dirty. 21, he don't got Glock on the bottom, it ain't no real dirty. Fat, drinking all this act, it got my vision real blurry. My uncle just turned 49, and he still serving. Bought an AP Rogo, AP Yellow Gold, nigga, and I bought one plane. Go against the gang, and it cost them. Made a diss song, and I offed them. I take niggas off, I don't take losses. I'm good. Bitch, I pop my collar like the boss.
Okay, I'm loving this. I'm loving how different this feels. I'm loving how relaxed it is as well. It's just so, like, I was talking about slow tracks earlier, but I'm loving the drawn out sort of nature of this track. Production wise, it's great. And again, 21 is like he's slowed his sort of style down as well, as if he can slow down his style much more. It's just so effortless, man. So effortless. Like, he's hardly even bothered while he's sort of putting across these lyrics. And I'm also loving how he's sort of switching up the tone in his voice. When he brought it back in, when the beat dropped again, you felt a little bit more aggression coming to his voice, and then he brought it back down again. It's great to hear a contrast in this, because I think a lot of the tracks previously, they're all of similar intensity to an extent, whereas this really brings it down. I'm enjoying it, man. And sounds like he's talking about some real shit as well, to an extent. I think he said my uncle's just turned 40 and is still serving. What exactly is he serving? You can let me know.
Nigga, time out robbing him, well.
Love that follow-up, man. It's just his cadence. It's just...
Yeah. AK with the scope. Nigga, and it's real dirty. Vision real
I love
dirty.
This song.
My uncle just turned 49, and he still serving.
I got a lot of codeine habits. I was robbing at the store and they ain't have it. Give it up. Shade a pen on the stick, it's automatic.
Okay. It's kind of like hoping to hear Offset on this.
Cut his hand out when I order. Skeleton. 59.80 cost a quarter. 55 years old, asking for a photo. Diamonds on the throat, I'ma go. Margiela coat in the snow. Ho. Pop the Adderall like a Tylenol. Playing with the racks. Volleyball, matching haunted house. Bitch, I'm enough and I did it all. I was about to knock him out, but I put it off.
On the bottom, it ain't no real dirty. Fat, drinking all this act, it got my vision.
Said it in the last one, but these last two tracks have been crazy, especially this one.
Got a bitch hooked on dick. 21, put a shoestring on my tick.
Madness, absolute madness. Track 9, Still Serving. I loved it. Absolutely loved that track. I think it was the contrast of the whole entire project then coming down to that track, and I love that Offset was on that as well. I think he brought a great inclusion to that, man. So I mean though, Metro has so many different sort of alleyways he can go down, but I just love that. I loved it. I loved all the different elements. I loved the instrumentation. I loved how stripped back and raw it felt, and it sort of set the scene for Offset and 21 to just sort of go off, man, but in a very calm, sort of collected manner, speaking about some relatively real shit over this beat. Like I said, it just gave so much space for them to just say what they needed to say. And that sort of production as well is just what I adore, man. And what I sort of, when I got into hip hop, it was this sort of like chilled out, more laid back, slower vibe, which I just, for some reason, has a special place in my heart. And that was, yeah, man, that's in contention for probably my favourite, man, for real. Right, track 10, last track, Darth Vader. Fuck with the title. Let's hope they go out with a bang, man. Let's hope they go out with a bang. There's a lot to follow up on after the last two tracks, I'm not gonna lie.
I count up the blessings, The diamonds is precious. Ain't having no pressure. No. I bought the plane for lead. They said I was being too extra. Wanna bet up? Got holes on and off on the setup. Look at my right wrist, gets. Sparkles in the watch like X. Cameras on my neck, have sex. 57 90s on deck. 790. Running from the demons. Angels in my dream when I'm leaning. 10-9 with the beanie.
Angels in my dreams while I'm leaning.
Hold your horses. I'ma go call me your rose, unfortunately.
We eat hard south, nigga, I done sold it all. God, I'ma keep it real, I done cuffed some hoes and all. Damn. He took the stand, I can't believe this nigga told it all. Fuck, I got time for it all on my buckle, yeah. I just talked to my accountant and I chuckle, yeah. I ain't got no trouble
Told one of my buckle, I talked to my accountant and I chuckle.
I buy the shit, I don't finance it, dog. God. Run the money up, yeah, I'm on that real estate shit. 21. Gotta keep 2 guns, nigga, I see through the face shit.
Okay.
What? My dog lost his life and it changed me. I'm popping Percocets cause the pain deep. Pill a hot box, then we did a drive-by. Yeah. Get your kids out the street, we finna slide by. Yeah. I came up robbing real dangerous. They done made a street nigga famous.
Whew, okay. That was Without Warning by 21 Savage, Offset, Metro Boomin. Man, it feels weird taking my fucking headphones off. I always take my headphones off after I finished, and after having so much sound, it's weird to hear nothing but my voice. Man, that was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That last track, honestly, I enjoyed it, but I don't think it should have been the final track. I have a thing about people that listen to albums. You get the album listeners. I feel like a beginning track is really pivotal, and I think Ghostface Killah's really set the tone. I mean, it doesn't have to be pivotal for certain people, but I really enjoy hearing what an artist has chosen as the intro track and the outro track, because I feel like sometimes it can connect and make quite a lot of sense. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the second to last track should have been the last track, in my personal opinion. Still Serving. I think that one definitely should have been the final track. Definitely should have been. I mean, maybe it's because it was stylistically, it was so different that they weren't sure how it was going to come across to people, and they didn't want to risk putting it as the last track or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but overall, man, just an absolutely fantastic project, bro. I think all 3 of them absolutely killed it, to be honest with you. I think they all held their own throughout, you know, obviously Metro on the production. I think the features overall were cool. Travis's feature was great. I thought Quavo really showed out for this as well. I wasn't sure what to expect from him, and I think he absolutely killed it. I think the balance of the tracks, I think there were some tracks in there that were just 21, and maybe 1 or 2 was just Offset, or I'm wrong, to be honest with you. All sort of merged into one, if you will. I think the balance of both of them was really good on there. There was points where I thought, oh, I haven't heard 21 in a minute, and then he would just come in pretty much instantly after I mentioned that, and that was the same with Offset as well. But there was some really good tracks. I think their chemistry was fantastic. I think the contrast of both of them in general, they're stylistically, they're so different. Their subject matter can be relatively similar sometimes, but their overall cadence, the way they sound, the way they deliver shit is very different. I think that's why this is probably so successful, at least in my mind. And then having the production from Metro as well, it's just a triple threat, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like I said previously, I think that 21 and Metro, their styles work so well together, and then throwing in Offset into that mixing pot, it was a certified banger before it even came out, man, before you even listened to it. And Without Warning, I mean, what a title, you know what I mean? What a title, man. I think overall, just the overall narrative I really enjoyed. I love this sort of dark image they were painting. I think the album cover in general is that dog, like barking, some aggressive ass Rottweiler or some shit, barking, and then the red writing as well. I think that there was a couple lyrics in there about 21 saying he's gonna paint the world red or paint the city red, whatever he said. Just dark lines in there, some stuff about some horror films, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, just mentioning some really dark shit, and the overall production style as well went with that, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, man, it was just a really good project. I think there were so many good beats, a lot of like staple Metro stuff, but some experimental stuff in there as well, and I didn't get that word out, man. Brilliant. I had that face on, man, that I only have on with certain artists, and this is just a brilliant project. 10 tracks as well. I loved how sort of short and sweet it felt. And thank you to everyone that told me to check this out as well, man, because you guys were pushing me to check this out, and I'm gassed to have. Because this was great, man. I really hope these guys do another thing. I mean, haven't heard too much from Offset in a minute, to be honest, but obviously Savage Mode 2 came out. Haven't even heard Savage Mode 1 yet. I think I've heard a few tracks off there, possibly. I think I might have done, I can't remember which ones exactly. But yeah, I would like to check this project out. If you want me to check them out, let me know in the comments below, because this has just been far too fun, man. Far too fun. Anyway, guys, if you like the video, drop a like. If you enjoy my art stuff when you want to see me again, then please drop a sub. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram in the description below. If you have any questions for any 21 Savage, Offset, Metro, anyone else, chuck it in the comments below. But for the meantime, guys, I've been Charlie. This has been Without Warning, and I'll see you in the next one.